Are there any other dragons in the series besides the ones that Daenerys hatched? It was only 150 years ago that dragons were thought to be extinct, mainly because of the Targaryen civil war called Dance of the Dragons. The Targaryens and the other Dragonlord families originate from Valyria, but dragons originate from the Shadowlands beyond Asshai. Even Dany's eggs come from there. But there's one quote from the first book that inspired this video. In one of Bran's greenseer dreams in his coma, he lifted his eyes and saw clear across the narrow sea, to the free cities and the green Dothraki sea and beyond, to Vaes Dothrak under its mountain, to the fabled lands of the Jade Sea, to Asshai by the shadow, where dragons stirred beneath the sunrise. While in his coma, Bran's dreams allowed him to see current events around the world, but his dreams did involve some symbolism from time to time. Asshai, where Melisandre is from, is already a mysterious enough place as it is, but the Shadowlands aren't explored by the people of Westeros. So is Bran seeing dragons symbolic or not? I don't think that the word stirred being in the past tense is that important. I believe what he saw was metaphoric. It was only a while after Bran's dream that magic became prominent in the world again, and I think that dragons can't hatch if magic in the world isn't powerful enough. Dragons stirred beneath the sunrise is a prophecy for dragons from Asshai being an active part of the world once again. And since Daenerys' dragon eggs come from Asshai, this is about her dragons. Magic in the world became noticeably more powerful after the three dragons hatched. There has always been a link between the two. If there were dragons living in the mountains of the Shadowlands like they once did, this change in magic wouldn't have happened. But what happened to the dragons of Asshai for them to also be all dead, and only leave behind stone eggs like the ones in Westeros? The Targaryens' dragons quickly de-evolved and became weak and deformed before they went extinct. Since dragons and magic seem to work in cycles, kind of like seasons, the same thing probably happened in Asshai. They were the top of the food chain in the mountains of the Shadowlands and eventually de-evolved into extinction. They leave behind their eggs for the time that they will be able to hatch once again. So that covers the Shadowlands and Essos. But the Game of Thrones world is massive. Southeros and Ulthos are pretty much mystery continents. But what about Westeros? There has been talk of ice dragons since the very first book. Old Nan would talk about ice dragons in some of her tales, and we know that her stories aren't just myths. She knew about the Children of the Forest and the White Walkers when everyone thought they were just children's stories. I consider her a trusted source. Ice dragons are said to be larger than the fire-breathing variant, and breathe cold instead of fire. These dragons are believed to live way further north than the show or books will ever go. There's people out there who hope that there's an ice dragon within the wall, and will wake up from a dragon horn to destroy the wall, but that's just reaching. I'm positive ice dragons aren't myths, but have died out the same way as the other dragons. The only ice dragon alive is Jon Snow. The show has already confirmed his parents, and I'm sure the books will do the same. The reason I think all the dragons are gone, aside from Dany's, is to make their hatching a miraculous event. The moment was special enough that everyone in Essos and Westeros was talking about it. If there are any other sightings, many of the characters would have heard about it. And like I said, dragons and magic are linked. If there were dragons roaming, the spike in magic wouldn't have happened. Glass candles are now burning. Wildfire production is now more efficient. Odds are all dragon eggs are able to hatch once again. There are still some characters with Targaryen lineage, so we might see more hatchings. This is something I would expect from the books and not the show since it's winding down. So those are my thoughts on if there are any other dragons. You can let me know what you think, or if you have any other theories of your own. If you want to watch my last video, you can click the link on the screen or in the description. Thanks for watching.